When I went to Home Gym Con this year, there were a lot of things that took me by surprise. There were different training modalities that I'd never seen, different approaches to fitness that I'd never thought of, and one that really left a lasting impression on me was a company called Sesh. Now, I don't have kids, so I don't usually think about this kind of stuff, but to see a family that was so focused on how to get kids involved in fitness at a young age, and I gotta tell you, that's gotta be one of the best habits that you can ingrain in your kids. It was just really inspiring. The problem is that when I started talking to some of the folks that I know that have home gyms and kids, they face a real challenge in how to get their kids into the gym to train with them or to at least just be exposed to a healthy lifestyle. So today I wanted to take a minute and give you 5 solid tips that these parents have given me in ways that they've gotten their kids into the gym so that hopefully if you've got kids, you can do the same thing too. And that's what we're going to discuss on today's 5 Minute Friday. Hey everybody, it's Tim with GymCrafter.com, the website that I built to help folks like you and me build great home gyms that we not only love, but that we actually use. And today we're going to talk about getting the entire family to use those gyms. So let's get 5 minutes on this clock and let's get going. So this year at Home Gym Con, like I said, I saw this really cool company called Sesh. I'll put a link in the description below. I'm not affiliated, but you got to go check them out. And I talked to a bunch of parents about how do you get your kids into the gym. And the first tip that I got that doesn't have to do with the 5 is don't make your kids work out. If it's too much work and they don't like it, they're not going to want to be in there. You have to make it fun. So let's go over 5 ways that folks that I know that have kids that love being in the gym with their parents use to keep their kids involved and really get them that ingrained fitness habit from a young age. So let's start with rings. Not only should you and I have a set of rings, these are one of the most versatile tools that you can have in your gym, but kids love them. I've got 2 nieces and they've got a set of rings on their swing set, and every time I come over, hey Uncle Tim, check this out. And they go do backflips on them and they spin around on them and do little pull-ups on them. Kids love rings. So first tip, if you don't already have a set of rings, and I'm not talking about a TRX, I don't know why kids don't like those suspension trainers, but they love rings. Rings are inexpensive. I'll put a link to a really inexpensive set down below so that you can grab a pair if you don't have them. But this is a great way. Just hang them up, hang them on your power rack, and your kids will love coming in. Another cool thing that you can hang from the ceiling that kids love is a rope. They love climbing the rope. Now, this doesn't do a whole lot of good for me because I'm so tall, but I would tell you that kids, you hang a rope, before you know it, they're going to be in there climbing the rope, swinging on the rope, and you're not going to even have to tell them that it's strengthening certain muscles or grip or anything like that. They're just going to be having a great time on the rope. Now, one thing that I don't have in here, but wow, if I had kids, I certainly would. All those bars on the wall, I would not have those bars. What I would have instead is I would have a climbing wall. It is very inexpensive. You can get them on Amazon. There's all these like climbing holds, and you can put the climbing holds up on the wall, put a little bit of a mat underneath, so maybe some crash pads or something, so that your kids can come in and climb on that wall. And again, it's something that you can be in here training, and your kids can be in here climbing on the wall and really, really having a good time. Another one, the 4th one, and this is something that a few of the parents said, is one of the things that really will make your kids love what you're doing and want to come back into the gym is if they are proud of themselves and they are competitive with you. So I've got a little whiteboard over here on the wall, and what a lot of folks told me is they track their family's records. What I wrote up on this one is just dead hang time. How long can dad hang on the bar? How long can mom hang on the bar? How long can Junior hang on the bar? How long can Sally hang? And you'd be surprised at how competitive your kids will get, and let them win. Oh, you know, I'm hanging and I let go and oh, you beat me. That little 5-second or 10-second or 40-second exercise will have your kids loving life, really bragging to their friends, I hung on the bar longer than mom, I hung on the bar longer than dad. And it's something that will really keep them coming back, and it's something that they can work on. And when you're teaching kids about fitness, a lot of training in the gym, as you and I know, is practicing hard things and getting better at them and enjoying that progress, even though it might be painful, even though it might not be pleasant. And things like dead hangs, climbing the rope, hanging on the rings, anything that you want to keep track of. It's like the old days when you put gold stars on the board when you were in kindergarten and 1st grade. Kids of all ages love that. So get yourself a leaderboard. and keep track of your kids' victories, your victories, and that will keep them coming back for more. And from what I've been told, it even makes the kids ask, hey, I think I can beat you today. Like, can we go hang on the bar today? So that's kind of cool. Now, I saved the best one for last because this is something that I would want to do right along with my kids. And that's you take all of these things. You take the rings, you take the rope, you take some plyo boxes, right? Maybe lay down some bumper plates on the floor and you make the floor is lava course. Talk about something that you and I used to do when we were kids and had a ton of fun. Well, make one in your gym. Now, obviously you've got to be safe and you've got to keep the heavy things, you know, that can't tip over on them and things like that. But how cool would it be for your kids to have a floor is lava course that you could go around the gym? You could change it up all the time. You can make different challenges. You could have to swing from one plyo box to the next with the rings. I've got a soft plyo box in here, so if you have just the wood ones and you've got younger kids, the soft ones are great. They're not really don't have any sharp edges to bang their knees on or anything like that. But man, what a good time that would be. And I gotta tell you, if my nieces come over, we're gonna make a floor is lava course in here and they will love it. And that is my time. 5 minutes is up. So that's your tip for 5 Minute Friday this week, is get your kids involved and make it fun. Think outside the box, put some things in your gym that are fun for them, and don't make them come in. Just go in and let them know that stuff's there for them. And what'll happen is over time, they'll just start wanting to come in there with you. And I got to tell you that, you know, the folks that I talked to, or the kids trained with them, they really lit up when they talked about it. They were so thrilled that their kids were proud of them, that they cheered them on, that their kids were trying difficult things and bragging about things, and it was really cool. So if you've got kids and you're having trouble getting them into the gym, give one of those 5 ideas a try. And if you're a parent and you've got kids and you've got other ways that have worked for you, please drop them in the comments below. What I'll do is I'll compile all the good ideas, I'll put them in a pinned comment so that people who watch this video down the road have even more ideas. So that's 5 Minute Friday for today. I hope you all have a great weekend, and until next Friday, I'm Tim with GymCrafter.